Cheers, I do buckaroos. How the heck are you? I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. Who else would I be, man? Anyways, I digress. So here's the thing. I haven't bought any new beer for a while. So when I chose the beer to drink at this particular moment, I went in blind. I just grabbed a beer without looking at what it was. This particular one, the label was that way, so I didn't have any idea what I was grabbing. So anyway, having said that, you could tell by the label this is an older MILF. It's not a young MILF. It's an older MILF anyway, because it's no longer MILF, so you always pass that. But it's even old for a MILF. Anyway, having said that, how offensive can you get in one video, Tom? I can get more offensive, trust me. This one happens to be the 2017 vintage. This one is 5 years old. Let me show you the label there. I don't know if you can see the date. It's hard for me to see over here. It's on the back there, and I don't know if you can read it there. It was hard to read. I can't see it there at all now, though. Anyways, I digress. It is a 2017 MILF. You're just going to have to take my word for it. So I poured about half of it here. MILF stood for Mother's Imperial Liquid Fantasy. They were kind of using a play on words, but it didn't stop a whole group of people from being offended by it. So they changed the name. Because some people just like to get their panties in a wad about nothing. It's a beer name. Oh my God. We're not going to buy it with that name. You better change it. Well, don't buy it then. You're depriving yourselves of a good beer because you're an idiot. Anyway, but now it's matter familias. I've joked that she's no longer the MILF. She's no longer whoring around the town. She's now the head of the household. And I don't think that made me any friends at Mother's either. I am known to be rather politically incorrect anyway. It's kind of my shtick. What do I care? I will tell you the nose is absolutely gorgeous on this 2017 model. I get a lot going on here, man. I almost feel like I'm picking up some rum notes. I'm certainly picking up some raisin notes. There's a whole lot of malted dark chocolate going on. I thought I'd drink about half of it and revisit this beer with y'all. Oh, it's gorgeous. It has aged impeccably well, though. I gotta tell you, it is aged beautiful. 5 years old, this thing is gorgeous. Beer folks, well, breweries, I don't know, some so-called experts will tell you beer has about a 5-year shelf life. And I've had some that have lasted, I've accidentally aged some much longer than that have done impeccably well. I kind of feel like the way this is tasted right now at 5 years old, I think it probably could have aged another 5 and still have been gorgeous. Has it evolved? Has it changed any? Well, the truth is I can't really answer that question because I can't go back in time and taste one from 5 years ago, right? What I will tell you, though, is this thing is absolutely brilliant. All the flavors, the aromas, everything comes together at just the right time. I feel like I'm getting some very dark brown sugar because you definitely feel some molasses in there. But then again, it doesn't get too sweet because those barrel notes will not let it. They help dry it up just fine in the finish. As you can see, there is still some snap in the carbonation as well. This thing is just beautiful, man. You're beautiful, babe. Don't ever change. Yeah, this is gorgeous, man. And again, certainly some raisin. You might pick up some date and or fig in there. Really, it's up to you and your taste buds. Certainly got to feel a lot of oak in the finish. Certainly a lot of vanilla running all the way through it due to those beautiful barrel notes. But as sweet as it is initially, it may make you think, oh my goodness. But then it does dry up fine in the finish. You get these beautiful oak notes that just kind of tamp it all down just a little bit. Ah, she's a beautiful MILF. Yes, she is. Mother's Imperial Liquid Fantasy. I get what they were doing at the time. The truth is, a lot of beers were going kind of off the deep end name-wise back then. They still are, but a lot of, they've kind of tapered off the sexist and misogynist names. And I can, sort of see why they felt the need to change it. The truth is, though, sometimes I feel like you gotta say what the fuck. Steal a little bit from Risky Business there. Sometimes you gotta say what the fuck and just run with it. Hey, if you've offended people, offend them. You just gotta go with it. But there was a campaign against the name at the time. I just don't care. I mean, I don't care. I don't care what you call the beer. A good beer is a good beer. There is no name offensive enough to keep me from buying a beer if it is truly good. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that there are people, not buying the beer solely because of the name just tells me how ignorant those stupid sons of bitches were. That's a beautiful beer, man. Don't buy something because of what they call it. I mean, holy Moses, man. Does it really matter? Anyway, I digress. I digress. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangels, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and I'm here to tell you that after 5 years, this MILF has aged spectacularly well, and I'd still hit it, baby. Anyway, see there, you just went too far, Tom. One more time with feeling. I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangels. I couldn't help myself. Beer Evangels, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. I feel like I'm getting just a hint, just a hint, mind you, just a little bit of anise or a little black licorice note, if you will. So there you go, right there. Oh man, that's gorgeous. All around good guy. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Ah.